Influenza, or the flu as it is commonly called, is a viral illness that usually occurs between the months October to March. The virus is transmitted from person to person through coughing, sneezing, or talking. Symptoms include fever, cough, headache, runny nose, generalized body aches, and fatigue. There is no specific treatment for the flu, and the symptoms usually dissipate after 3 to 7 days. Because it is caused by a virus, antibiotics are not used to treat the flu. Persons are encouraged to rest and drink lots of fluids. Panadol is recommended for fever and body aches associated with the flu. However, aspirin should be avoided due to the risk of bleeding. To decrease the spread of flu, persons are encouraged to get their flu shot annually and practice good cough hygiene. Additional information can be provided by your community clinic or the Health Education Division at the Ministry of Health. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Public Hospitals Authority.
Hey y'all, what's up?
Hey, what's that?
What y'all getting?
Listen, I've been waiting to march down some lobster, yeah?
Hi, I'm Matthew. I will be you guys' waiter today. Can I take your order?
Oh, I've been choosing for some group of dread.
Y'all see this?
See, this ain't gonna work.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, a turnaround for the island's economy as officials from Margaritaville at sea say they are sailing at full capacity. Plus, a 30-year-old man hauled before the magistrate court and charged with the island's latest homicide. And Bahamians react to the possibility of becoming citizens of Turks and Caicos Island. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, a long-desired turning point for the island's economy is on the way. Margaritaville at sea officials confirm with our ZNS News team that they are sailing at full capacity to Grand Bahama 6 days out of the week, totaling nearly 28,000 guests per month. The chief commercial officer says the brand, ship enhancements, and the hospitality of Grand Bahamians are shaping this success story.
Cruise line is now sailing literally between now and the end of the year. The ship is full on every sailing.
Launched in May of 2022, coming out of a period of challenges and cruise line closures, Margaritaville at Sea is sailing out of West Palm Beach to the nation's second city with over 7,000 guests each week.
We're bringing, over 1,200 guests every 2 days to the island. So a real success story, I think, in load factor, a success story in terms of the brand launch, and a success story, I think, in terms of the number of guests we're bringing into Grand Bahama Island generally.
Chief Commercial Officer Francis Riley says another element that they've been raving about is the cruise and stay program, where the guests spend 2 to 4 nights on the island at various resorts. It is a feature that officials say is unique to them.
They would stay at those properties for typically 2 or 4 nights, and then they would sail back with us. So our cruise and stay program becomes a sort of 1-night cruise, a 2-night stay, and a 1-night cruise. So we have a 4 or a 6-night cruise and stay program where we're bringing people onto the island, and then obviously from a tourism perspective, they're spending time at the hotels and hopefully, enjoying the local hospitality and spending money in restaurants and bars and buying souvenirs and stuff.
He says it is a program that resonates with their customers as they've seen immediate success.
The cruise and stay program brings in more national and international travelers because the program is 4 or 6 nights, and therefore it tends to attract a lot more people that are willing to come in by air into Florida, and then obviously bolt us on as part of their let's say, their vacation plan. Whereas our two-night product tends to be a lot more local into Florida and the surrounding states. Whereas the cruise and stay gives us a larger reach across North America and into South America and into Canada.
Riley says the load factor is encouraging to see at this time, and he expects it to continue into 2023, based on the fact that this time of year is typically a low travel season for the cruise line.
We are very encouraged on what we're seeing already from the booking patterns. As I said, we are better sold for 2023 than we've ever been as a company. And I think, the customers and the customers that are sailing with us are giving us rave reviews. And I think that in itself is also a testament to the product delivery on board, the amount of investment that we've been making onto the ship. And customers, when they're coming off and having a great time, of course, they're telling all their friends about what a great destination Grand Bahama is.
Well, an official source is shutting down claims that the Dublin Airport Authority is the front runner to the redevelopment of the Grand Bahama International Airport. The Davis Cooper administration has committed to rebuilding a world-class airport on Grand Bahama and has since appointed a board with the responsibility of overseeing its development. Back in September, the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation announced that two bidders are looking at the possibility of entering into a PPP to design, build, finance, and manage Grand Bahamas International Airport. Now, despite some reports of state-owned Dublin Airport Authority, a global airport and travel retail group emerging as the front runners to the redevelopment of the international airport, FAD officials tell our ZNS News service team that those reports are not true, adding that Dublin Airport Authority is not the name of the group granted to lead the redevelopment of the island's international airport. Those officials say more information will be provided in the coming days. This is a story we will continue to follow. Heading now into news from the court. A Grand Bahama man appeared before magistrates court this morning, charged in connection to the murder of Donnie Lightbourne, who was shot and killed execution style on Frobisher Drive and Hearn Lane on the night of Tuesday, November 29th. Our Aja Quant sat in court and filed the details in this report.
A 30-year-old man, visibly showing no emotion, appearing before Magistrate Charlton Smith here in Court Number 2 with no representation. Devin Stewart, charged with murder for the November 29th shooting on Frobisher Drive and Hearn Lane, leaving one man dead. Cuffed to two others as he entered the courtroom, Stewart, clothed in an orange polo shirt and jeans, was the first to appear before the court. Stewart, standing to his feet while the magistrate announcing that he was charged with the murder of Donnie Lightbourne and was not required to enter a plea. He was also denied bail and was advised the right to apply in the Supreme Courts. Now, on November 29th, police received the report of a shooting shortly after 11 p.m. on Frobisher Drive and Hearn Lane, where the body of Donnie Lightbourne was found lying in the front of a home. Reports say a lone gunman approached Lightbourne and several others and discharged their firearms several times. The gunman then fled the scene and made good his escape. Now Stewart stands before the court as the alleged gunman. Devin Stewart was not represented by an attorney. However, the magistrate allowed him to make a statement, to which Stewart replied that the police has affiliated him with a group called the Nike Gang. The magistrate then questioned whether or not he was in fact involved with a gang, and Stewart replied no, while requesting to not be placed in a particular area in the prison. Magistrate Smith then stating that he will make a note to the Commissioner of Corrections. Magistrate also ordering for Stewart to be taken into custody, but he was shackled at the wrist with two others. Magistrate Smith then expressed to the officers that given the circumstance, he should have been cuffed alone, and officers obliged. This matter was expected to appear before Magistrate Debbie Ferguson, and Magistrate Smith notes that he was just filling in her absence, and she will continue to oversee this case. The matter was originally adjourned to April 27th, 2023. However, the magistrate advising prosecutors that it should be before March. The matter has now been adjourned to March 27th, 2023 to the Supreme Courts. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Aja Quant.
Well, police on Grand Bahama are searching for a missing man by the name of D'Angelo John Valdez of number 138 Oleander Street. He was last seen on November 15th. The 42-year-old man stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. He is slim built, weighs 130 pounds, and has dark brown eyes, a light brown complexion with a low haircut. If spotted, police are asking that you contact them at 911, the National Crime Prevention Office at 302-8430, or Crime Stoppers at 352-1919, 350-3106, or 9. Family Islanders can call 1242-300-8476. Meantime, police are also searching for wanted suspect 54-year-old Darrell Monique Pratt of number 813 Lucayan Towers. She is accused of stealing by reason of service. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, brown complexion, and she is described as medium built. If you spot Pratt, please contact police at 911, National Crime Prevention Office at 302-8430 or 1, or Crime Stoppers at 352-1919, 350-3106, or 9, or Family Islanders at 300-8476. Well, another group of illegal immigrants apprehended as a result of a collaborative effort between officers of the Marine Support Unit and the Bahamas Immigration Department, which resulted in 10 illegal immigrants being taken into custody. Preliminary reports revealed that shortly before 4 p.m. on Sunday, December 4th, officers acting on information conducted a search of an apartment complex on Choral, where they discovered 6 adult males, 3 adult females, and a juvenile. The group was handed over to the Department of Immigration for further processing. Switching gears now, the Turks and Caicos Islands Progressive National Party government has announced that persons from the Bahamas who can trace their roots to the country will soon be eligible to become TCI citizens. This according to an article released in TCI's national newspaper on Monday. Our Ajaquan took to the streets of Grand Bahama to get the reactions of residents here on the island. Here's that report.
This comes as shocking news for many residents here on the island who say they didn't even know about the announcement that Bahamians with Turks and Caicos roots would soon be eligible for citizenship in that country. And now that they do know, they say this is a great initiative by TCI government. According to the Sun paper in Turks and Caicos Islands, their Premier Washington Mizik and Minister of Immigration and Border Services Arlington Musgrove announcing that immigration laws are about to change to accommodate Bahamians with TCI roots to become citizens. In 1766, Turks and Caicos became a part of the Bahamas colony, later separating in 1848. Turks and Caicos sits 681 kilometers away from the nation's capital and is said to have a strong relationship with the Bahamas. Residents, some with roots from the country, are now welcoming the news.
Generally, in a lot of countries, when you do have like grandparents and stuff from that country, it's easy for you to be nationalized. So it doesn't really make a difference, you know? And we have a lot of Bahamians, including my kids, who grandparents and great-grandparents are from Turks Island. So for them, it's pretty good.
I'm not from there, but that's a good thing. If they want to go back, because that's home.
I'm flexible when it comes to that. I think they should consider that.
I think it would be good because I am a descendant from Turks Island. So I would like that to happen so I can just, instead of going through all the red tape, just jump into it.
A lot of people from the Bahamas is from Turks Island, have descendants from Turks Island. And a lot of them have properties, other claims they could claim, but they just have to get their citizenship in order to reclaim it. So that's perfect.
I don't see anything wrong with it. You know, once you're making a positive contribution to that particular country, yeah.
Meanwhile, there is one person who is not in agreement with this announcement.
As a Bahamian, I do believe that Bahamians are Bahamians and Turks Islanders are Turks Islanders, and the combination, for me personally, I don't agree.
Now, an article released by the Sun paper in Turks and Caicos notes that Premier Mizik reveals that their government will be setting up a diaspora office here in the country as a way to interact with their people, assist with that transfer of citizenship, and in all other ways. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Aja Quant.
When we come back, East Grand Bahama Urban Renewal is requesting donations for a clothing drive slated for this weekend. The details of that story, sports, and more in the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition returns.
Happy holidays from Esquire Men's Freeport. Shop with Esquire during December and look your best when you step out. Esquire Men's Lucaine Shopping Plaza. Phone number 727-6367.
With the holiday season fast approaching, Colored Bahamas says it's time for those window and cabinet upgrades. In stock now are white shaker cabinets, Swiss chocolate, Ovaltine brown, and Hello Milo cabinets. And if you're looking for windows, Colored Bahamas has PVC sliding windows, casement and hurricane sliding impact windows. Colored Bahamas on Queens Highway. Enhance your home in ways that beautify and last. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
The biggest international high school basketball tournament is coming to the Kendall G. Isaacs Gym. You've seen them go viral on social media. Now come and see them in person. December 16th and 17th, catch the biggest names in high school basketball. Get your tickets today from any Suncash location. Download the app or purchase them online at hoops.mysuncash.com or using the QR code on your screen. Hoop Fest in Paradise, where stars are born.
Welcome to the beautiful Raven Mall, the Freeport Mall that has it all. Centrally located within the heart of Grand Bahama, offering you and your family a unique and memorable experience. Shop over 80 stores and restaurants, all under one roof. Stay heart healthy and in shape at two of the largest fitness centers in Freeport. Dine at one of our scrumptious restaurants. Enjoy Bahamian delicacies, Mexican tacos, vegan options, healthy snacks, sandwiches, subs, smoothies, lattes, wine and spirits, and more. Shop at one of our stylish stores. Clothing boutiques for the entire family. From newborn to jewelry, footwear, electronics, pets, gift ideas, home decor, flowers, health, and beauty. Unwind at one of our trendy hair and nail salons, or just stop in and enjoy our beautiful and comfortable atmosphere. So come on in and enjoy fantastic savings with the stores at the Raven Mall. Dine, shop, and unwind. Located West Atlantic Drive, Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Peace on earth will come to stay when we live Christmas every day. I'm Raven Davis wishing you a Merry Christmas.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. This coming Saturday, December 10th, the East Grand Bahama Urban Renewal Center will host a winter clothing drive beginning at noon on the Basil Nemar Community Park, better known as the Choral Gardens Park. Interested persons are asked to bring clothing to any Urban Renewal Center or bring items on the park on Saturday.
The initiative also includes activities for the children, so they will have bouncing castle, other games. They will have food, snow cone, you name it, cotton candy, and so it's going to be a festive time.
They can contact us at 374-3375. They can ask for anyone at the center who answers the phone. We'll be more than glad to assist them. And, you know, the location is going to be at the Basil Nemar Park. Everybody knows it mostly as the Choral Gardens Park. But they can come on down and they can participate in all the events that we have here. And like I say, it's still an opportunity for those who want to give.
It's about giving, the joy of giving. We want to share the warmth, let persons know in the community that we are here to support them with food and clothing. And so the clothes is basically from adults to small children.
There will also be a number of other events available for persons attending the drive, especially for children. A number of donors and sponsors have teamed up with Urban Renewal for this initiative.
What made me want to collaborate with Urban Renewal and those is I want to give back to the people that's less fortunate. So on Saturday, I will basically be doing clothes, the games, bouncing castle, hot dogs, drinks. So everybody can come out and just have a good time.
Once we heard that the Urban Renewal wanted to do a clothing drive, and we decided to just come on board. And one of our initiatives with Governor Michael Kesty this year is to make sure we give back to our local communities. And so we decided that we're going to ask our Rotarians and friends to give us gently used clothing and make sure donate them to this initiative.
Choral artistic. Well, after a 2-year hiatus, the Grand Bahama Choral is making a comeback this Sunday, December 11th, at the Church of the Ascension. Choral Artistic Director Clayton Curtis says since their last concert back in 2019, the members have all been impacted by Hurricane Dorian and COVID-19. He says the goal is to bring joy back to the Grand Bahama community, and what a better time to do it than the Christmas season.
This point needs that shot in the arm, need that little boost to give them hope again and to let them know that life is worth living and moving forward. Grand Bahama has traditionally been a resilient community, and they have a strong, indomitable spirit on this island that says we may be down, but we're definitely not out. So the Grand Bahama Choral has decided that this year is as good a time as any for us to also make a comeback.
The director is appealing to all music lovers to come out and enjoy a mixture of old and new holiday hymns.
There is the choral arrangement of a very popular hymn, Be Still for the Presence of the Lord. These are all new songs that we're introducing to our repertoire this year. And for those who come expecting to hear one or two of their old favorites, shh, don't tell anybody, but Mary Did You Know is back this year. That's been a crowd favorite every time we've done it, and we're looking forward to really putting Christmas back in the island.
Now, Curtis is promising that attendees will leave the concert renewed, refreshed, and ready to enjoy the holiday season. Well, executives at the Grand Bahama Children's Home are renewing appeals for volunteers. They say while monetary donations help keep them afloat, human interaction is a critical component in the development of the children. Realizing the need, Felicia Colley-Johnson has been a volunteer at the home for approximately 2 years. Reflecting on her experience, she says offering her time and love to the children is nothing short of rewarding and encourages others to take part in the selfless gesture.
I like to see the children growing and to be a positive role model in the lives of the children. And I think we need more help for them. So I come here every Saturday, once a week, to mentor the girls, build their self-esteem, maybe help with homework, spirituality, and just to be a positive light in their lives, because I know that they need it.
Chairman of the Grand Bahama Children's Home Board, Kevin Seymour, says gathering as many volunteers as possible is a key focus at the home and shares why this is important.
Notwithstanding the fact that we could provide food and shelter and the rest of it, the one powerful tonic for a child is that interaction with another human being. And so we are asking volunteers to help them with their studies, to help them with their playtime, to help them with their spiritual lives, etc. We would want to bring on as many as possible. They come from a variety of backgrounds, and some of it is not too nice in terms of how they were treated. And so to have someone come in and show them love and show that they care means a whole lot to them.
Now, Seymour says becoming a volunteer is a seamless process. Those interested can let the staff at the home know an assessment process will be carried out. It's now time for your Tuesday evening check on sports with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to sports. Well, Team Bahamas took to the mound last night against Curacao. Also, Buddy Hield did something special in the NBA. But let's begin in the West with the road race to 50, starting in 8 Mile Rock. The Road to 50 road race in the West Saturday morning brought the entire community together. The race started from Sunset Village, better known as Fish Fry, then towards St. Stephen's Church and back to the Fish Fry.
The race was exceptional. We had runners, we had walkers from all life. We had the professionals, we had the amateurs, we had everyone.
The Road to 50 is just the beginning. The future looks bright. There are so many other things leading up to the 50, and so we continue to ask the persons from West Grand Bahama and across the country to just support all the venues or all activities that are leading up to the 50th anniversary of our country.
The turnout this morning, they had probably over 300 persons walking today. So West Grand Bahama can truly say that it is on the road to 50, 1973 to 2023.
The participants all received their medals. Then it was time for entertainment. Overall, nearly 300 persons turned up for the road race. Switching gears now, Buddy Hield and the Indiana Pacers took down the defending champs, the Golden State Warriors, 112-104, handing the Warriors just their second loss at home on the season. The Grand Bahama native tallied 17 points to go along with 9 rebounds and 5 assists in the contest, and in doing so, Buddy Hield made history, making his 1,500 career three-pointer, becoming the second fastest in NBA history to reach the milestone. And finally in sports, Team Bahamas baseball team suffered their first loss of the 2022 Caribbean Baseball Cup. Curacao outlasted the home team 12-10 at the Andre Rogers National Stadium. Grand Bahamian Warren Sanders went 2 for 4 with a run and 3 RBIs, while Adari Grant was 1 for 3 with a run and 2 RBIs. Up next, the Bahamas will take on Cuba December 7th at 7 p.m. and completes round-robin play against Puerto Rico on December 8th at 7 p.m. And that's a quick check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
I'm Azure Quant with ZNS Northern Service, wishing you a happy holidays. May this season be filled with peace, love, and joy.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
The coconut got this, cocoa skin driven madness, juiciness ice the this, sweet like a sugar in a dripping like ice honey, addict, all the men love me, sweet like a sugar in a it go ba 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 ba, 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 sweet like a sugar in a
new clear platinum flavor, flavored beers with a kick of rum, make it platinum.
Santa baby, I want a yacht and 2 pretty lots with docks in Princess Isle. That's the spot. Santa baby, a Mercedes convertible too, light blue. Part dad Spanish May number 2. Santa baby, and hurry down to James Charles Realty. Penthouse key that's only meant for me. Santa baby, an office building right on the mall. That's all. And hurry down to James Charles
watch this. How you doing there, bad man? You can't let me, darling.
Get.
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 Yeah, you think guys a dog ain't, but get. Give me this thing, girl.
Get up.
Hey, get him. I ain't get nothing.
Start, you stay there and let them rob me?
I don't say mind up in this that pays us. I got. Hold on. But I do that, no. I get it said. That can't give me that fight.
Just a reminder to members of the public that when depositing monies in the bank or any depository location, check your surroundings to be aware of any suspicious persons or vehicles lurking in the area with the intention of committing a crime. I'm advising you to seek the assistance of the police or perhaps an armored truck. Let's continue to work together to create a safer community.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Billie Jean Ferguson, you are our Facebook friend of the day. As always, we thank you so much for your continued support. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire news team here in the North, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned as the Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, grocers warned to make price adjustments or else. Cuba, Bahamas fined for inconsistencies. An update on tickets to the event of the year. And the Bahamas back on the field in the Caribbean Baseball Cup. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is linked up by BTC. Whether it's chatting, gaming, content creating, or working smart to get things done, link up to stay connected with BTC.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lloyd Allen, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. A stern warning being issued for grocers not following the amended price margins in the stores announced by the government several weeks ago. Now, several price control inspectors are on the ground pursuing defiant retailers ahead of the holidays. Desmond Saunders has more.
Let me just say categorically, there are no negotiations that will hold up the amendments. The amendments to the regulations are in place. We put them in place October 17th.
Weeks after the government introduced the expanded price control list for grocers and consumers, Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Alquita, says government remains resolute in enforcing the law.
The amendments are in place, and we expect them to be respected. I have given instruction today for our inspectors to go out once again to inspect where necessary to commence investigations, and in order that we are looking to enforce the law where the law is not being respected. Since we brought in the amendments, we have hired additional inspectors here in New Providence, and we're in the process of engaging additional inspectors as well in the Family Islands and giving them resources to do the job that they require.
And while some grocers are following the amended regulations, the continued backlash by some and the growing anxiety by others over the new price margins makes it necessary to deploy price inspectors around the country.
So far, the reports that we have been getting from our inspectors are by and large the new margins are being respected. But in light of what we saw being attributed to some operators today, I have given instructions that the inspectors are to go out today to double check.
Despite reports of grocers not listening to their cries, Alquita says the government has reached out to retailers, even compromising on several key proposals.
We had discussions with the retail grocers where they expressed some concerns. We went back and we made some adjustments. We increased some margins to account for perishables and to account for Family Island transportation. We thought that was a reasonable concession to some of the concerns that they raised. And so, for all intents and purposes, the amendments are in place and we expect them to be respected. We expect them to be respected. There was a concern raised about, the issue of changing all of the prices, and what we said to them was, if it's a difficulty changing them individually, we would allow you to have the price on the shelf until such time as all the prices can be changed individually.
With many consumers hitting the grocery stores to purchase those much-needed items in time for the holidays, some believe price inspectors are necessary to keep grocers' feet to the fire.
It's challenging because it's a place we have to frequent, and it's a place that takes the majority of our dollars. And now it's really taking the majority of our dollars.
Things going on in the world, the cost of shipment and trucking, but it's very high, and I don't know how people manage it.
A fine of up to $5,000 and 12 months behind bars, just one of the many penalties for corporate entities who fail to obey the new margins. Alcides feels the government has been understanding, but the law must be obeyed. Desmond Saunders of Bahamas Tonight.
Now, still talking about economics, with first quarter results showing revenue at more than $600 million alongside an expenditure decrease of $58 million, leading to the lowest deficit in a decade. The country's economic affairs minister says the economic rebound of the Bahamas remains strong and is expected to continue well into 2023. He addressed reporters during the weekly cabinet meeting today.
Our experience is we are continuing to have a very, very strong recovery in our economy. That is being manifested in our fiscal results. You've seen the reports come out where the deficits are down. We expect that trend to continue. So far, indications are the recovery will continue very strong. We were very encouraged by the recent affirmation of the sovereign credit rating of the Bahamas. I think that has injected an element of confidence locally and internationally, and we see that reverberating through, throughout the economy, including in the financial markets.
And it's said to be the most enduring trade embargo in modern history, stretching all the way back to 1962. But Cuba is by no means the only ones rebuking the decades-old policy that prevents American businesses, as well as those organized under U.S. law, from conducting trade with Cuban interest. Long condemning the move is the Bahamas, with Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, today reminding delegates attending the Cuba-CARICOM summit in Barbados that the policy is not only wrong, but it is causing harm, and as such, should not be supported, but rather refused.
In our discussions with our American friends, we've made the point to them that there is a particular problem whenever these measures that they seek to implement on a bilateral basis against Cuba causes a security problem for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, because it forces people to flee their own country, and they end up very often as refugees in the Bahamas. And this causes political problems in the South, in South Florida, which has often led to the physical attack of our consular services in Miami, in the city of Miami. So we've asked them, and we continue to ask them, to change the policies.
The Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, is expected to visit Havana, Cuba within the coming weeks. And Cable Bahamas will have to pay up for its service disruptions. IRCA has fined the cable provider some 2.025% of its monthly recurring pay TV charges for 2021. Now, this follows a quality of service investigation by the regulator following complaints of frequent outages, error messages, and pixeled channels. Now, the company was given 30 days from the determination to pay the fine, but plans to appeal that decision. And from the Daily Crime Report, 4 men were arrested on Sunday for outstanding warrants of arrest after officers stopped and searched 4 vehicles during routine patrols here in New Providence. 3 of the men were arrested for various offenses, among them credited by fraud, assaulting a police officer, resisting arrest, and obscene language. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. More news in a moment.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
We are a leading Bahamian bank, one of the largest publicly traded companies on BISIX. Our measure of strength is our growth and performance, with over $1.7 billion in assets. We remain committed to serving the interests of our shareholders, staff, clients, and communities. The confidence to lead, the performance to remain. We are Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
This Christmas season, stream with faster speeds. The unforgettable things we all have to see. Share every memory. Link up for Christmas. Link up with BTC. We are family.
BTC will make this festive season fun and fast with BTC's fiber internet. Sign up and BTC will give you 1 month free or go postpaid and get unlimited Facebook and WhatsApp.
Link up for Christmas. Link up with BTC.
Christmas coming here is all around. Christmas back in town. Christmas coming here is all around.
Christmas is coming, and your fingers know it.
Christmas back in town. Christmas back in town. Christmas back in town. Oh yeah, I can feel Christmas back in town.
For a finger-licking good Christmas. KFC.
Back in town.
If you're a person with a disability, you need the Accessibility Bahamas app. It gives you one-touch access for emergency services and can connect you with the sign language interpreter. Download from Google Play or the App Store for free. The Accessibility Bahamas app is user-friendly for persons with disabilities, gives you the latest news and NEMA alerts, connects you with government services, and soon you'll be able to book accessible transportation and see job listings. Download for free today.
Want to win a yummy Little Caesars party meal? Just go into Little Caesars by December 15th and purchase the stuffed crust slam dunk pizza. Be sure to keep your receipt and watch the Hoop Fest and Paradise Games broadcast only on the ZNS Network December 16th and 17th to see if you're one of the lucky winners. Win a Little Caesars party meal. First, buy a stuffed crust slam dunk pizza by December 15th. Second, save your receipt. Third, watch the Hoop Fest and Paradise Games broadcasted only on the ZNS Network December 16th and 17th to see if you're one of the lucky winners.
Pizza, pizza.
Thousands of teachers across this country will get to pursue higher education at colleges and universities locally and abroad thanks to the partnership between the Charlotte Knowles Thompson Agency Limited, the Bahamas Baptist Community College, and the Bahamas Union of Teachers. On Tuesday, all of the entities involved signed a memorandum of understanding for teachers to begin their studies as early as January 2023. Founder Charlotte Knowles Thompson says this partnership will also afford a number of other benefits and opportunities to BUT members and their children.
Free application, which is a savings of $100 per applicant. Special grants and discounts. Scholarships ranging from academic scholarship, athletic scholarship, music scholarship, band scholarship, housing scholarship, and insurance scholarship, just to name a few. This is just the beginning, as our plans is to ensure there is a university for every member of the Bahamas Union of Teachers and their children.
Now, President of the Bahamas Baptist Community College, Dr. Juliet Reed, shared details on the new discounts for teachers.
This means that they have opportunities to enter our college, our secondary school system, our primary school system, and our early childhood education schools. The agreement encompasses discounts, tuition discounts, waivers in some instances, and 2 half scholarships, that is 50% of the tuition.
And it was the science class of a lifetime for 80 bright students yesterday. Those young minds getting the opportunity to trade their 4 walls of their classroom with 16 decks, massive pools, and most excitingly, a water slide. Anthony Smith has more on how a cruise ship provided for these students a lesson in STEM.
For students, young and old, at schools around the country, an increased focus on STEM is opening their minds to fields they've never once thought of before.
I was like, oh, this seems cool to learn about the marine and the water, and I don't really like that, so I was like, okay, maybe I could go too like it.
Even more now that Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines and the Pan American Development Foundation host their signature STEM for Oceans program. It's a continuation of a summer STEM initiatives taken up a notch for students this semester.
So we brought them on board to have a trip and really see all of the things that they've done in action when you do learn STEM and all the different jobs that you could have. So we're going to take them on tours with the environmental officer, go to our Venture Ocean program and see our production team, and go and have a little fun.
That fun firsthand with students at the helm of the ship.
I'm really glad I actually joined.
Manning the control room, touring the Bionic Bar, ending with a stroll down the ship's Central Park. It's a hands-on initiative that comes as Ministry of Education officials look to mirror programs just like this in public school.
A lot of our students' interests are in the sciences, in the math, in the technology and engineering. And it's not only because they're high-paying jobs, but this is sustainable learning and education for our students. This is the future of learning.
And perhaps, maybe even the future careerscape of the Bahamas.
We also want to open their minds, broaden their horizons, teach them all the opportunities that there are within the sciences, the technology, and the engineering. If you talk to some of the students that are here, they will tell you that as a result of the program, maybe they want to be an engineer, or they want to be a captain.
And with the vast ocean of choices before these bright students, it appears they're well on their way. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Anthony Smith.
And Nassau Cruise Port Limited celebrating an historic achievement this week as the port team welcomed 6 ships yesterday and another 6 ships today. This marks the first time that the port has recorded 6 ships per day for 2 consecutive days. Now, yesterday, the 2 Oasis-class Royal Caribbean ships, the Wonder of the Seas and the Harmony of the Seas, cruised into Nassau, along with Explorer of the Seas, Carnival Elation, Celebrity Reflection, and Celebrity Beyond, bringing over 21,000 guests to our shores. Today, 4 more Royal Caribbean ships arrived, including Independence of the Seas, Enchantment of the Seas, Mariner of the Seas, and Liberty of the Seas. The Disney Wish and Carnival Liberty rounded out the bunch to bring the total number of passengers today to 19,959. Nassau Cruise Port Limited is projected to welcome well over 4 million passengers in 2023. And as anticipation builds for the upcoming Boxing and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades, after a 2-year hiatus, Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bowleg, telling reporters during the weekly cabinet meeting Tuesday, tickets for the major Junkanoo parades are selling fast online.
I was told after the first hour of the launch on Saturday that 1,000 tickets was already sold. I was told upwards to yesterday more than 4,000 tickets had already been sold. And most of those persons would have done that online, and so they were quicker to the draw. Unfortunately, some Bahamians will not be able to purchase tickets because they would be sold out. But I think the sales are going well, and it shows the Bahamian support towards Junkanoo.
Now Alive, through its partnership with the Junkanoo Corporation of the Bahamas, launched a new Junkanoo app online, allowing Junkanooers to purchase tickets at their convenience and hustle-free. Bowleg admits that there were some technical glitches during its launch over the weekend, but he is encouraged with the wellspring of public support for the country's premier cultural expression.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture is not responsible for the sale of Junkanoo tickets. That is solely the responsibility of JCNP, who is in partnership with Alive and who I think is doing a great job in allowing us to be able to purchase tickets from in the comfort of our home. And it's unfortunate that some of us had to wait till the last minute, knowing that we had 2 years hiatus of not having Junkanoo, and now it's back on. And so Bahamians knows is one of the cultural activities that they love the most. So then those persons who really did not want to miss the show after post COVID-19, then obviously we knew we'd had a quick, large amount of tickets being sold right away.
And switching gears, a young breast cancer patient in her late 20s needs your financial help. 26-year-old Kennedy Ferguson is in the fight of her life after being diagnosed with breast cancer for several years now. This coming Saturday, Kennedy's family and friends will be hosting a Grill and Chill medical fundraiser in her honor. Now, the event will take place at Yande's Christmas tree stand on Fort Charlotte. Kennedy's mother, Bridget Goodrich, gave an update on Kennedy's condition, as well as how and why you should help.
Kennedy is, she's back on chemo. The cancer medication has caused her to have strokes, and the doctors for a while, they couldn't figure out why a 26-year-old was stroking so much. But finally, they put her back on chemo and a stronger blood thinner, and that's now working. This is the first time in 3 months Kennedy didn't have to be hospitalized. But because of the medication, so much of it in her system, her immune system is very low. She's very weak, always tired, and she has to be so careful. She can't pick up even a common cold right now. And I want everyone to please come out and help Kennedy, because she has been through the ringer, you know, and her spirits are still high. Unfortunately, she won't be able to come out because of her condition, but she will appreciate everyone that, you know, comes out and support her.
And Charles Russell, former ZNS Deputy General Manager for Television Administration, says during his 40-plus years in media, much has changed. In this special interview, Russell explains just why there is good reason to celebrate continued growth and transformation at ZNS, because as he sees it, ZNS remains the template for excellence in broadcast. It was an interesting time in Bahamian and global history. The Bahamas at its infancy of being independent, the Progressive Liberal Party bagging 30 of the 38 seats in the general elections, the United States signs the Panama Canal Treaty, and the young Charles Russell starting his career fresh at ZNS.
I graduated out of high school, the R.M. Bailey Senior High School, in July of that year, and came here after numerous knocking on doors and then interviews. I came here in August of that same year.
Russell says he came at the height of analog television.
All of the programs on television were on 16mm film. And like your movies and foreign programs, but ZNS recorded its local programming on half-inch quad tape and pneumatic tapes, 3/4 inch. Yeah. So, and now today, 45 years after we are digitalized.
A natural perfectionist, Russell admits his 41 years were not all a bed of roses. In fact, he shared a story of growth, despite it being a bitter pill at the time.
I'll always remember that. The hysteria the film popping on air caused at ZNS and in Nassau, because it was a very popular and well-watched program.
Unscathed, Russell says it was that experience which showed him how critical getting it right was to ZNS and the importance of reliability in broadcast. On its approach of its Golden Jubilee, Russell says potential remains high at BCB among the many who call ZNS and the Bahamas home.
There are a lot of talented producers in our country, and we must find a way to meet them halfway here at ZNS. So I don't know how it's going to be fixed, but we must meet them halfway so they can showcase their work on local television in the country, and ZNS being the national broadcaster should do that, meet them halfway.
It's now time for the weekly poll question. It's no secret Junkanoo is back, and this week we're asking, do you plan to A, attend, B, watch on television, or C, neither? And remember to participate, log on to the website www.znsbahamas.com, as well as any of our social media platforms to answer. The poll's final results will be aired on Friday. As always, thanks for your participation.
To think of the bank as my personal ATM machine. If I wanted a new car, new furniture, a weekend trip to Miami, no problem. Just max out the credit card or top up my loan. I was a big baller until I realized that 75% of my salary was going to pay back all those loans. Fidelity's personal financial coaching was the best solution. Fidelity gave me a plan with a debt consolidation loan that has a built-in savings that pays 5% interest. I now only have one low monthly payment plus money in my pocket. Give Fidelity Bank a call at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit any of Fidelity's locations or visit a website at fidelitygroup.com.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Alrighty, are you looking at my dress? You ready for this big party?
Party? Girl, you're gonna have to change your birthday because I can't make that. After my party, I get a cough, I start having a fever, and then I even had a sore throat. I thought it was the flu. Come to find out it was COVID. Girl, I think you better get tested.
What do you do now? I can't be bothered with COVID, you know.
Girl, you know it ain't never too late to change your plans. Girl, you know they got new testing sites, right? You better go to one of them.
Where are these new sites located anyway?
University of the Bahamas and Golden Gates Plaza. They're open on weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on weekends from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They even have sites in Abaco, Eleuthera, and Exuma, and they're opened on the weekends. Girl, the best part is, it's free.
Thanks for letting me know. I hope you feel better soon.
Message is brought to you by PAHO WHO and the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Get a merry makeover this Christmas from Scotiabank. Apply for a Scotiaplan loan to win a home renovation. This Christmas, unwrap the celebration. $3,000 for your home, new lamp, new decor, new couch that you
Win
own.
a $3,000 home goods gift card when you apply for a Scotiaplan loan this Christmas. We're giving you the gift of a low interest rate and up to 2 months with no payments. Plan the perfect Christmas with your Scotiaplan loan. Use it for any purpose, plus benefit from flexible payment terms. Apply for a Scotiaplan loan now to enter to win a merry home makeover.
The Rotary Club of Nassau is giving back this Christmas season, providing hot lunches and a little something extra for elderly residents of the Persis Rogers Home for the Aged. At the holiday event earlier today, peas and rice, turkey, macaroni, and ham were all on the menu. Rotary Club of Nassau past president Stephen Dean says the club feels a responsibility to give what it can to assist the residents who have done their part for society. He says the initiative shows they care and exemplifies service above self.
Those who most need it, and we have been, over the years, this club has adopted this area because we realize that these persons are in dire need of help, any help that they can do. And we believe not because they are senior citizens that they should be left on their own or just to the government or just to the homes, but we feel that we have a responsibility to help them. We have an added responsibility because these persons, despite in their elderly age, they have contributed significantly to this country. And so this is the least that we can do to show them that we appreciate them, that we love them. And because sometimes some of them don't even have families. And that's what contributes to them being here. So we are like a family to them to show them that we love them, we care about them. That's what Rotary is all about. We care, and this is an example of service about selves.
Now, meantime, Rotary Club of Nassau President Chantal Nesbitt adds that during this festive season, the Rotary Club makes every effort to reach out and help.
Earlier on in November, on Giving Tuesday, we gave to Pat Senior Citizens Homes. Now we're here at the Persis Rogers Home, giving again during this season of giving. And we also have our Christmas feeding time where we will be in the Bain and Grantstown area and also in Fox Hill. Again, we want to make sure that the families in the community that, of most need, that we are there to provide them with some assistance, some joy during this Christmas and Thanksgiving season.
Merry Christmas! From the Rotary Club of Nassau.
Now, Christmas is definitely in the air, and this is evident by the scented pine emanating from the leaves of the Christmas trees currently up for purchase on the grounds of Fort Charlotte. Owner of Yandy's Christmas Tree Farm, Bridget Goodrich, talked about why prices for the hot cellar have increased this time around.
This year, yeah, they are a bit pricey because the freight on the trees like tripled this year from last year. So, a lot of people come in and say, wow, but a lot of people are aware of what's going on, with the freight prices. And unfortunately, there's also a shortage on trees this year. We normally get like 4 containers. This year, we were only able to get 2. So if you haven't gotten your tree yet, you better come out and get it before we're all sold out.
Now, as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
NBA League Pass is the coolest way to watch the hottest game there is. When threes rain down and superstars heat up. When clutch jumpers splash and your team is fire. You'll be there for up to 40 games a week, any way you want to watch. NBA League Pass. Order now.
Good to grow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
Of cooperatives recently held a lecture series to encourage farmers to join a cooperative to increase their skills and revenues. The event, which was held under the theme Economic Empowerment Through Cooperatives in Savannah Sound, Eleuthera, focused on the benefits of farming cooperatives. Caribbean Agricultural Research and Development Institute country representative Dr. Shelley Bridgewater, who presented the lecture, spoke to how the Institute assists farming cooperatives.
Such as CARDI, we work a lot with a lot of farming groups and cooperative groups. So it's very important for structures such as the cooperatives in a farming community because of the fact that we are able to actually share our information with more persons when they are formed in such a cooperative structure. So it's very important as a farming community. It forms the foundation of some of the groups that we like to work with at CARDI. So we particularly work very closely with a lot of our cooperatives.
Director of Societies for Cooperatives, Cheryl Moss, spoke to the importance of taking lecture sessions throughout the Family Islands.
We have experts here in agriculture and in veterinary science and so forth who they can talk to and get service and information that you ordinarily would not be able to pay for, and we're trying hard to get our people to unite and to form businesses together to advance themselves.
The department has had several lecture series to assist farmers. Recently, lecture series were held in New Providence, Exuma, and Grand Bahama, with more on the way in the near future. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Candia Smith.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals, and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Welcome to the all-new CBS Pro Store. We'll be introducing various products such as plywood, sheetrock, metal stud, and a whole array of bulk construction products. But you can expect the same high level of service that you have been receiving at CBS Bahamas. We originally opened the store in 1980 as our retail location. Hearing from our customers that they wanted us to cater more to contractors, we decided to open the CBS Pro Store here at Robinson Road. So come by and visit us at CBS Pro Store on Robinson Road, where we can help you build beautiful.
Welcome to the Global Learning Exchange. We're partnering with BIBT to bring opportunities for higher education to the Bahamas. Earn your degree from a university in the U.S. right here at home. Visit us online to learn more.
Illegal migrants have been apprehended on the island of Grand Bahama and handed over to the Department of Immigration. Now, the apprehension exercise took place on Sunday as a collaboration between the Marine Support Unit and the Department of Immigration. Acting on information shortly before 4 p.m., officers searched an apartment complex on Choral Lane where they discovered 6 men, 3 women, and a juvenile. Now, the group remains in custody. And it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Lloyd. We're under near clear skies. Temperature at 78 degrees, relative humidity 64%. We have east-northeast winds at 14 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,020.4 millibars. That's 30.15 inches, and your pressure is rising. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 76 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Green Key, Marshall, Barbacoa at 75, the Berry Island 79, Alistown, Bimini 78 degrees, 78 also in Harbor Island, Roxanne, Lutra, Black Point, Exuma, Camp Space, Andros, all at 72 degrees, 78 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros, Artisan, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key reporting 77, 79 in Georgetown, Exuma, 78 in Rygat Island, Clarence, Long Island, and Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Maguana 77, Ackland 77, Matchitani, Nagua 78, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 79 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Setter. In the northwestern parts of our country tonight, northeasterly winds 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Your low tide, that will take place at 36 minutes past midnight. Now for the central and southeastern islands tonight, northeast winds 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet, maintaining that caution flag for the central and southeastern islands. And then tomorrow, in the northwestern parts of our country, we will see an increase in the winds to 12 to 18 knots. So we will post caution flags for the northwest Bahamas starting tomorrow. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet. High tide takes place at 7:01 in the morning, with a low tide at 1:33 in the afternoon. In the central and southeastern islands, winds 15 to 20 knots. That out of the northeast. 4 to 7 feet will be those wave heights, so very choppy conditions in the central and southeastern islands through Thursday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Hear the sailorman sound. Rolly gray, your boat needed bailing out. Hear the sailorman sound. You wanna go to heaven, put the radar on your head. That's the sailorman sound. If you wanna go to heaven, put the radar.
Gonna do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Here it come. Here it come, bum, 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 bum.
Too tired of hoping the right candidates.
Hey, baby, you back? Man, it's so good to be home. All I do was eat, shop, and party.
Well, I know you left all of your money over there. I hope you left COVID there too. Anyway, you could get your COVID test for free.
COVID test for what?
Yes, there is rapid antigen COVID tests for anyone who travel who wants to get one.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't sick. What I need a COVID test for?
You don't have to have symptoms. We just want to be sure that the only thing you brought back with you is what is inside that suitcase.
You say it free?
You do not even have to make an appointment. And guess what? You have your results back within 15 minutes.
Wait, you say it quick, convenient, and it free? Thanks. Let me go find one of these testing sites.
Message is brought to you by PAHO WHO and the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
When we say that we're going to win, we mean it. When we say that, don't come, we mean it.
The boys are back. Don't come. Stay home. One lap, one time.
Link up with BTC and call it one and done. Link up with BTC and call it one and done. I'm Corval Pyfrom. The season of giving is in full swing for our BTC team on Grand Bahama. The team just partnered with the Kiwanis Club of Freeport to assist the Red Cross with the purchasing, preparation, and distribution of nearly 100 Thanksgiving meals. And it's unanimous. Everyone agrees that absolutely nothing beats giving.
We're partnering with the Red Cross with our Meals on Wheels initiative, feeding over 100 families here in Grand Bahama. We've been doing this with the Red Cross for 12 years. In addition to the Red Cross, we've now partnered with the Kiwanis Club of Freeport. They have assisted us for the past 2 years with distribution of the meals for the families here in Grand Bahama.
BTC for us have become adopted. We've become their adopted children. And each year they would call and say that they will be partnering with us to do this. So persons have been calling from last week, inquiring as to whether or not we are having the luncheon. And I said to them, yes, we are. So on behalf of Bahamas Red Cross, the Grand Bahama branch, I would just like to say thank you to BTC for their continued support to us over these 12 years.
On behalf of the Kiwanis Club of Freeport and our president, Mr. Van Roel, we would like to thank the Red Cross and BTC as we distribute 100 meals in the community today. We anticipate many more years in the near future.
We hope this season of giving prompts you to be of some service to others in some form. And here's to creating more of the moments that move us this magical time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone. I'm Corval Pyfrom. Be well and be back here. Next, BTC Connection.
Janae's Chesapeake Road Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get your Christmas trees in pink, frosted, green, or white in a variety of sizes. Musical Christmas LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels and Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls in all sizes, garlands, wreaths, tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Check our selections online at www.janaes.com.
Tired of hoping the right candidates?
Hey, baby, you back?
Man, it's so good to be home. All I do is eat, shop, and party.
Well, I know you left well of your money over there. I hope you left COVID there too. Anyway, you could get your COVID test for free.
COVID test for what?
Yes, there is rapid antigen COVID tests for anyone who travel who wants to get one.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't sick. What I need a COVID test for?
You don't have to have symptoms. We just want to be sure that the only thing you brought back with you is what is inside that suitcase.
You say it free?
You do not even have to make an appointment. And guess what? You have your results back within 15 minutes.
Wait, you say it quick, convenient, and it free? Thanks. Let me go find one of these testing sites.
Message is brought to you by WHO and the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Sports is being brought to you by Hoop Fest in Paradise, December 16th to the 17th at the Kendall Geologic Gymnasium. Hoop Fest in Paradise, where stars are born. Well, welcome to your Tuesday Sports. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports news, hoping to continue the momentum from their 4-3 win over the U.S. Virgin Islands on Sunday night. The Bahamas senior men's national baseball team would take to the field last night against a very game Curacao squad for the conclusion of Day 2 of the Caribbean Baseball Cup at the new Andre Rogers National Stadium. Early on, though, it would look like the Bahamas would have its hands full with Curacao as the 2-4-2's bullpen would struggle early on, giving up 9 runs through just the first 2 innings. Head coach Jerron Sant would elect to go to pitcher Yeshua Saint in the third. This would prove to be a major catalyst for the team's comeback. Saint would only allow 2 runs through 5 innings pitched. The Bahamas' bats would wake up in the 5th inning, where they would tack on 6 runs, sparked by a single to left field by Adari Grant. A line drive double by Warren Saunders in the 8th inning would help close the gap for the 2-4-2, but ultimately that 9-run cushion would be too much to overcome for the Bahama boys, and they would fall just short of a valiant comeback effort, 12-10. Lorenz Temesh would get the win for Curacao. Pastor Rosandro would get the save, while Robin Haven would register the loss for the 2-4-2.
You know, we started off slow. The first 2 innings were kind of slow. Pitches came out a little flat. And then our reliever came in, Yeshua Singh came in, and, you know, we did a really good job coming in and kind of holding Curacao. But overall, I really like what we did. Coming back, you know, it shows the fight and the grit that this team has. We won't give up, and it just shows that anything could happen in the game of baseball. One more inning, we probably would have had them. But I'm super excited moving forward just to show the fight these guys have. Sean had an excellent, he had a great at bat, man. I think he had about a 12 or 13 pitch at bat. Was really good, you know, ended up with a walk. Ural had a big hit, you know, Kristen Monroe was swinging the bat really well for us. We're just going to keep plugging away, man. Keep plugging away, keep going after it until the end, man. Excited for our next game.
While play continued on Tuesday, it was a rest day for Team Bahamas, who will be back in action against Cuba on Wednesday.
A couple of the guys are a little banged up a little bit. We're going to make sure everyone back healthy 100%. So on Wednesday, we'll bounce back and have our full squad and be ready to go.
Well, on Sunday, the new Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium was officially opened. No doubt a monumental landmark in Bahamian sporting history. On hand to witness the occasion would be the daughter of Andre Rogers, Gina Rogers-Seeley, who thanked all involved for making this a reality.
On behalf of the Rogers family, I want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I would like to thank the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg and his team for all their efforts, and also a huge thank you to you, Mr. Teddy Sweeting, and the President of the Bahamas Baseball Association, Sam Rogers, for ensuring that this Central American and Caribbean Games qualifying event made it to the Bahamas to mark the opening of the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium.
In golf news, Victor Hovland would say some of his best golf for December yet again as the 25-year-old Norwegian went wire to wire to win the Hero World Challenge at the Albany Resort this weekend. Was handed the trophy by Tiger Woods for the second straight year. The unofficial event is hosted by Woods, the 15-time major champion, and benefits his TGR Foundation. Woods was forced to withdraw from the event himself due to plantar fasciitis. Hovland withstood a final hole blunder and closed with a 3-under 69 on Sunday to notch a 2-stroke victory over Scotty Scheffler. Hovland shot a 72-hole total of 16 under 272 and became the first player to successfully defend his title since Woods in 2006 and 2007. And DeAndre Ayton scored 20 points for the Suns, who couldn't recover from a 15-point first-quarter deficit, the lowest total in any quarter this season, as they fell to Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks 130-111. Phoenix lost for just the second time in 9 games, and the loss would also snap Phoenix's 10-game win streak against the Dallas Mavericks. Ayton continuing a strong start to the season individually after being named Western Conference Player of the Week. He's averaging just under 18 points and 10 rebounds per game this year on 62% shooting from the field. That's my look at your sports on this Tuesday. A check on weather when we return. Sports is being brought to you by Hoop Fest in Paradise, December 16th to the 17th at the Kendall G. Lozic Gymnasium. Hoop Fest in Paradise, where stars are born.
This Christmas season, stream with faster speeds. The unforgettable things we all have to see. Share every memory. Link up for Christmas. Link up with BTC. We are family.
BTC will make this festive season fun and fast with BTC's fiber internet. Sign up and BTC will give you 1 month free or go postpaid and get unlimited Facebook and WhatsApp.
Link up for Christmas. Link up with BTC.
Suncash presents Stick and Win Bumper Sticker Campaign. Deposit $25 or more to your Suncash wallet and get a bumper sticker. If you're spotted on the road from now until January 31st, you will win your share of $25,000 in cash and prizes. When you deposit $25 or more, you are also entered into a raffle for a car. Drawing is January 31st, 2023. Follow us on social media or visit the Suncash website for more information.
The biggest international high school basketball tournament is coming to the Kendall G. Lozic Gym. You've seen them go viral on social media. Now come and see them in person. December 16th and 17th, catch the biggest names in high school basketball. Get your tickets today from any Suncash location. Download the app or purchase them online at hoops.mysuncash.com or using the QR code on your screen. Hoop Fest in Paradise, where stars are born.
December 1! Hey! Movies for children. Big man. We run seasons and thing, man. Netflix, all day. You understand? So just tell them what Daddy say so. And then send a message and tell them come. Any one of them. And they march.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
If you're a person with a disability, you need the Accessibility Bahamas app. It gives you one-touch access for emergency services and can connect you with the sign language interpreter. Download from Google Play or the App Store for free. The Accessibility Bahamas app is user-friendly for persons with disabilities, gives you the latest news and NEMA alerts, connects you with government services, and soon you'll be able to book accessible transportation and see job listings. Download for free today.
Right here, I'm looking at my dress. You ready for this big party?
Party? Girl, you're gonna have to change your birthday because I can't make that. After my party, I get a cough, I start having a fever, and then I even had a sore throat. I thought it was the flu. Come to find out it was COVID. Girl, I think you better get tested.
What do you do now? I can't be bothered with COVID, you know.
Girl, you know it ain't never too late to change your plans. Girl, you know they got new testing sites, right? You better go to one of them.
Where are these new sites located anyway?
University of the Bahamas and Golden Gates Plaza. They're open on weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on weekends from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They even have sites in Abaco, Eleuthera, and Exuma, and they're opened on the weekends. Girl, the best part is, it's free.
Thanks for letting me know. I hope you feel better soon.
Message is brought to you by PAHO WHO and the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The pandemic has been not so kind to so many people in our community. And when we think about how we fared coming off the pandemic, we're trying to find meaningful ways to continue to give back.
So with the Together platform, it allows people to be able to give back, to make small donation, whether it's $20 or whatever you can give, to be able to give and to help those people who are in need.
Tired of hoping the right candidates.
Hey, baby, you back? Man, it's so good to be home. All I do is eat, shop, and party.
Well, I know you left all of your money over there. I hope you left COVID there too. Anyway, you could get your COVID test for free.
COVID test for what?
Yes, there is rapid antigen COVID tests for anyone who travel who wants to get one.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't sick. What I need a COVID test for?
You don't have to have symptoms. We just want to be sure that the only thing you brought back with you is what is inside that suitcase.
You say it free?
You do not even have to make an appointment. And guess what? You have your results back within 15 minutes.
Wait, you say it quick, convenient, and it free? Thanks. Let me go find one of these testing sites.
Message is brought to you by PAHO WHO and the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Want to win a yummy Little Caesars party meal? Just go into Little Caesars by December 15th and purchase the stuffed crust slam dunk pizza. Be sure to keep your receipt and watch the Hoop Fest and Paradise Games broadcast only on the ZNS Network December 16th and 17th to see if you're one of the lucky winners. Win a Little Caesars party meal. First, buy a stuffed crust slam dunk pizza by December 15th. Second, save your receipt. Third, watch the Hoop Fest and Paradise Games broadcasted only on the ZNS Network December 16th and 17th to see if you're one of the lucky winners.
Pizza, pizza.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, an area of high pressure across the Bahamas, well, that will begin to build, and so you'll see an increase in those winds beginning tomorrow. And we're still looking at this broad area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms, some 800 miles to the northeast of the northern Leeward Islands. The Hurricane Center is giving this system a 50% chance of developing over the next couple of days, even though the hurricane season has ended on the 30th of November. The waters are still relatively warm. The good news is it's not a threat to any landmass. It will be moving towards the northeast over the next several days. Our forecast tonight, mainly clear and mild with a low temperature of 69 degrees, and tomorrow a beautiful day, mostly sunny, a bit breezy and pleasant, 80 degrees for your high. Extended weather forecast, the beautiful sunshine will remain in our forecast right through the 7-day cycle, and those temperatures are becoming very comfortable during the nighttime, keeping you primarily in the upper 60s to low 70s. Lloyd?
Well, thanks, Basil. And that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
Good to see you. Christmas is a time for families and gifts.
I want this to be a Christmas to remember.
It's gonna be that, all right.
Huh, you can say that again, honey.
Heavenly Father, we thank you. But not all gifts go according to the plan.
To give us, and hopefully not Escherichia coli or a ptomaine or diphtheria.
Why is our